Have you ever felt your legs giving out for no clear reason? Like they just don't have the strength they used to? Here's something that might surprise you. In just 2 weeks, without the right nutrients, your legs can lose up to 10% of their power. And sometimes, they don't bounce back on their own. My name's Dr. Robert Peterson. I'm 92 years old, and I've spent over 6 decades walking beside folks just like you, through hospital halls, quiet clinics, and family kitchens. If there's one thing I've learned, it's this. When your legs start to weaken, it's not just old age. It's your body quietly asking for help. Today, I want to share with you 3 specific nutrients that, when used the right way, have helped hundreds of my patients feel steadier, stronger, and more in control. Some of them had nearly given up hope. You'll learn which vitamins help your muscles and nerves work together like they should, and how to get them into your daily routine without needing expensive pills. We'll also talk about the small but common habits that unknowingly make things worse, the ones many older adults don't even realize are draining their strength. So if you believe your health shouldn't be left to chance, stay with me. And if you're feeling ready to make a change, leave a comment that simply says, "I'm ready." That way, I'll know we're in this together. But first, let me tell you about Margaret. She's 78, lives just outside Bakersfield, the kind of woman who used to take her grandkids to the park and never needed help with groceries. But when I first saw her, she had to grip her son's arm just to walk a few steps. Her legs trembled like they were running on empty, and her face, tired, quiet, almost ashamed, said it all. "I don't understand," she whispered. "I try to eat. I walk a little every day, but I just keep getting weaker." Her son looked over, eyes filled with concern. "She used to be so strong," he said, "but ever since Dad passed, she doesn't leave the house much. It's like she's fading." She thought this was just what happens when you get old. But I told her, no, this isn't about age. It's about something far more fixable, a lack of essential vitamins that most people don't even think about. I asked what she'd been eating. Margaret shrugged. Just toast and cheese, mostly. No vegetables, no milk. Most days, she skipped breakfast altogether, said she just wasn't hungry. And here's the thing, Margaret's not alone. Nearly half of older Americans are missing one or more of the 3 most important nutrients for muscle and nerve health. And the longer those gaps go unfilled, the harder it becomes for the body to bounce back. She looked at me with this small, vulnerable voice and asked, "So, what can I do?" I smiled and said, "We'll go one step at a time. That's all it takes." A few weeks later, Margaret came back. No one helped her in. No cane, just steady feet and a quiet, proud smile. "I never thought such small changes could make me feel like myself again," she said. And maybe right now, you or someone you care about is feeling the same way, like your strength is slipping through your fingers and there's no way back. But I promise you, there is. In the next part, I'll walk you through the 3 nutrients your legs are quietly begging for. And why they? Have you ever gotten out of bed, placed your feet on the floor, and for just a moment, hesitated? Unsure if your legs could really carry you like they used to? If you felt that quiet fear, you're not alone. In fact, nearly 60% of people over 65 are missing at least one of 3 key nutrients that your muscles and nerves depend on every single day. And the longer your body goes without them, the more it struggles. Not just with strength, but with things you might never have connected before. So I want to gently ask you, are any of these signs showing up in your daily life? First, maybe you've noticed that it's harder to get up from your chair. Your legs feel shaky, like they're not quite under your control anymore. Some of my patients have said, "I just wanted a glass of water, but my legs felt like they belonged to someone else." That's not just aging. It's what happens when your muscles and nerves have been running low on vitamin B12 and D for far too long. Second, have you ever felt a strange tingling, like ants crawling on your feet or numbness from your calves to your toes? Maybe your legs feel warm, but not to the touch. That's a classic sign your nerves are low on B12, the vitamin that protects the signals between your brain and your body. Third, those painful nighttime cramps, the ones that jolt you awake and leave your legs sore the next morning, that's often a sign your body's running low on magnesium and vitamin D. These 2 work hand in hand to help your muscles contract and relax smoothly. And fourth, perhaps the hardest one, fatigue that won't go away. You used to enjoy your garden, your walks, even simple errands. But now, just the thought of moving feels like too much. That kind of tiredness, especially when it creeps into your joints and drains your spirit, is often tied to missing vitamin D. Now, if more than one of these feels familiar, for you or someone you love, don't panic. But do listen, because these signs are your body's way of gently tapping you on the shoulder and saying, I need support. There's no shame in that, and no need to carry the burden alone. In the next part, I'll show you why these three nutrients, B12, D, and magnesium, are more than just supplements. They're a lifeline for tired muscles, shaky legs, and the energy you need to feel like yourself again. And I'll explain why so many older adults are unknowingly missing them, even when they think they're eating just fine. There's something I want you to really hear, not just with your ears, but with your heart. Your body doesn't grow weak just because of age. That's a common belief, but it's not the full story. Those shaky legs, that tingling in your feet, those painful cramps that wake you up at 2 a.m., they're not just part of getting older. They're quiet cries from your cells, signals that your body is running on empty, starved of what it needs most. Think of your legs like a loyal team, an army that shows up for you every day. They carry you from the bedroom to the front door, help you steady yourself when the ground feels uncertain, and make even the smallest chores possible. And in that army, there are three key commanders. Without them, the whole team starts to fall apart. I call them the vital trio, and they've saved more seniors than I can count. The first, vitamin B12. I tell my patients, B12 is like the insulation on a wire. When you're young, that insulation is thick, strong, and fast. Signals from your brain shoot straight to your legs without delay. But as we age, that protective layer starts to wear thin. Without enough B12, your nerves begin to fray. The signals slow down. And that's when the unsteadiness starts. When simply standing up or carrying a glass of water feels like your legs are no longer yours. That's not just aging. That's a long-standing B12 deficiency quietly stealing your confidence. Next, we have vitamin D, the key that unlocks strength in your bones and your muscles. When we were kids, a little sunlight was all we needed. Playing in the yard or walking to school gave our skin enough sunshine to make plenty of vitamin D. But now, we spend more time indoors. Our skin just doesn't make it like it used to. Low vitamin D makes your bones brittle. Your muscles tire easily. You might start feeling weak and unsteady and think, well, I'm just getting old. But once that vitamin is restored, I've seen patients stand taller, walk steadier, and feel like themselves again. And finally, there's magnesium. It's the quiet one, the behind-the-scenes helper that keeps your muscles moving in rhythm, not too tight, not too loose. When you don't have enough magnesium, that rhythm breaks. You wake up with painful cramps. Your body feels tired for no clear reason. Your heart may even skip a beat. And yet, most people don't even realize they're low in it. That's why I call this trio vital, because they are. Without them, your body isn't just aging. It's running low on the very fuel that keeps you steady, strong, and safe. You might be wondering right now, but doc, I eat pretty normally, so why am I still running low on these vitamins? And I hear that question often. The truth is, once you cross 60, your body changes in quiet ways. Your stomach starts to make less acid, which means it doesn't absorb nutrients like it used to. On top of that, everyday medications, things like acid reducers, diuretics, or diabetes pills, can slowly drain your body's stores of vitamins and minerals without you ever knowing it. And the most dangerous part? It often doesn't show up in blood tests until all three, vitamin B12, vitamin D, and magnesium, are running low at the same time. That's when your nerves grow sluggish, your muscles weaken, your bones lose their strength, and a terrible cycle begins. The less you move, the faster your muscles fade, and the more likely you are to fall and get hurt. But here's the hopeful news. Your body still remembers how to heal. It just needs the right signal. If you start giving it the support it's been missing, your nerve signals will sharpen, your muscles will have fuel again, and you'll start noticing strength returning where you thought it was gone for good. And no, it doesn't have to be complicated. You don't need expensive pills or confusing routines. Let me show you how easy this can be. All it takes are 3 small steps, simple, natural changes right from your kitchen. Step 1. Make sure you're getting enough vitamin B12. Think of B12 as the coating around the wires in your body. It protects your nerves so signals move fast and smooth. But after 60, your stomach just doesn't absorb it as well. Even if you eat full meals, you can still be lacking. So each day, try to include something rich in B12, a hard-boiled egg with greens, a few bites of chicken breast. If you don't like meat, plain yogurt works beautifully too. Keep it steady, and within a few weeks, you'll likely feel a difference in how strong your legs feel when you stand up. Step 2. Make space for vitamin D, the one that keeps your bones from turning brittle and helps your muscles hold their power. When we were younger, a little time in the sun gave us all we needed. But nowadays, we stay inside more, and our skin just doesn't make it the way it used to. So if you can, spend 15 minutes each morning outside where the soft sun hits your arms and face. No need to sunbathe, just enough light to nudge your body into making vitamin D again. And in your meals, try adding salmon, sardines, or even a glass of milk with added vitamin D, whether dairy or plant-based. Step 3. Don't forget about magnesium, that quiet helper working behind the scenes. Magnesium is what keeps your muscles moving without locking up. Without it, you get those sharp, painful cramps that wake you at night and leave you sore in the morning. You don't need a supplement, just a handful of almonds, a scoop of pumpkin seeds, leafy greens like spinach or Swiss chard. Even half a banana before bed can help relax your muscles overnight. And here's one thing most folks forget. When you eat matters too. Try having your eggs or chicken earlier in the day. Save your leafy greens and magnesium-rich foods for the afternoon or evening. And be gentle when cooking. Avoid high-heat frying, which destroys nutrients and makes digestion harder. I've seen it firsthand. Folks who made these small, quiet shifts started walking steadier within weeks. They didn't spend a fortune. They just gave their body what it had been missing and waited with patience. So if your legs feel weaker today than they did yesterday, please, don't give up. Your body is still listening. It still wants to move. It just needs a little help from you. In the next part, I'll share stories from people just like you, folks who didn't think it would work until it did. And not only did they walk more confidently, they began to trust their bodies again. And that, my friend, is where healing really begins. Now, you might be wondering, does any of this really work? Or is it just another feel-good theory? I hear that doubt more often than you think. And after more than 60 years of caring for older adults, I understand why. Everyone carries their own story, and often a quiet fear behind it. But I've also seen something beautiful happen. Not through big changes or expensive treatments, but through the smallest, most gentle shifts. Let me tell you about Michael. He's 82 now. Spent most of his life as a mechanic in Bakersfield, the kind of man who used to fix anything with his hands. But by the time he walked into my office, he couldn't go more than 5 minutes without needing to sit down. Every night, cramps would curl him up at the edge of his bed, sweat on his brow, pain in his eyes. I thought I was headed for a wheelchair, he told me. I didn't want to be a burden to my kids. And I'll never forget the way he looked at me. Tired, but still searching for hope. I told him, Michael, your body isn't broken. It's just been running on empty for too long. Years without the right nutrients had left his muscles worn out, like an engine that hadn't seen oil in ages. But once we started giving his body what it was missing, the results were quietly remarkable. No fancy supplements, no surgery, just simple things. 10 peaceful minutes in the morning sun. A boiled egg or a piece of salmon at lunch. A small handful of almonds during the day, and half a banana before bed. At first, nothing seemed to change. But by the 3rd week, he looked at me and said, Doc, I'm sleeping through the night, no more cramps. Soon, he started walking around his garden again, the same one he used to take such pride in. And 2 months later, he came into my office, pulled out a chair, and sat down. No cane, no help. Just Michael. His eyes had those deep, weathered lines. But his smile? It was full of something stronger than any prescription. Pride. That wasn't magic. That was his body finally receiving the care it had been quietly asking for. And here's what I want you to remember. You are no different. Whether you're 70, 80, or even 90, your legs haven't given up on you. They're just waiting for a signal that says, I'm ready to move again. Even the smallest change, one extra serving of greens, one short walk in the morning, tells your body, we're not done yet. And the moment you do that, you'll feel something shift. You'll remember what it feels like to trust your steps again. And you'll realize independence wasn't lost. It was just hidden behind years of quiet depletion. If Margaret could do it, if Michael could do it, if hundreds of others have felt that strength return, you can too. In the next part, I'll walk you through 5 simple principles that help keep your legs strong and how to start today. Not next week, not someday, today. Before we wrap up our time together today, I'd like you to take a quiet moment, just a few seconds, and say this to yourself. I still have the power to change. I am not helpless. Because it's true, and to help you remember that, I want to leave you with 5 gentle but powerful principles. These small daily steps have helped so many of my patients regain strong, steady legs and a sense of control. Principle 1, never skip breakfast, and don't rush through it. A calm, protein-rich breakfast, like a boiled egg or plain yogurt, gives your body a vital boost of vitamin B12 and energy that lasts all day. Skipping breakfast may not seem like a big deal, but over time, it quietly weakens your muscles. Principle 2, spend at least 10 minutes each morning in sunlight. It doesn't matter if you're 65 or 85, your body still needs light to make vitamin D. Just 10 minutes before 9 a.m., sitting outside with the soft sun on your arms and face is enough to begin restoring what your muscles and bones need most. Principle 3, include fish or eggs in one meal a day. Salmon, sardines, mackerel, or a simple boiled egg, all are rich in both vitamin D and B12. You don't need a lot. Just a small serving helps your body refill its stores and stay steady. Principle 4, add magnesium through seeds and leafy greens. A small handful of pumpkin seeds or almonds in the afternoon. A scoop of spinach or Swiss chard at dinner. These are quiet ways to stop those painful night cramps and keep your muscles working smoothly. Principle 5, don't wait until things get worse to begin. Just like Margaret, just like Michael. You don't have to wait until you fall or feel completely weak to take action. The sooner you start, the faster your body will respond. And if you're still thinking, I'm too old, do these little things even matter? Let me tell you, it's the smallest habits done with care day after day that create the biggest changes. You don't need fancy supplements. You don't need to overhaul your life. You just need to begin. And if all this feels like a lot to remember, then hold on to just 2 sentences. I am not helpless. Every day, I will do one small thing to help my body. Say it to yourself in the morning, before you reach for your slippers. Say it again at night, before your head hits the pillow. You'll feel a quiet strength begin to build, and little by little, your legs will feel it too. My dear friend, thank you for walking this journey with me today. Maybe you're sitting at your kitchen table, or relaxing in your favorite chair. Maybe part of you still has doubts, and that's okay. What matters is that you've listened this far, and somewhere inside you, a small seed of hope has taken root. Remember this, your strength, in your legs, in your spirit, isn't measured by your age. It's measured by the quiet steps you're willing to take. So tomorrow morning, try this. Have a real breakfast. Step outside. Let the morning light touch your arms, and whisper to yourself, I'm doing this because I deserve a life that is steady, strong, and free. If this talk has helped you in any way, I invite you to subscribe, so each week I can share more simple tools and real-life stories that make a difference. Leave a comment below. Tell me what you're facing, what you want to change first. I promise I'll do my best to reply, because no one should walk this health journey alone. And if you have a friend, a sibling, or a parent who's struggling to stay steady on their feet, please share this video with them. Sometimes just one piece of information, one quiet decision can change everything. I'm Dr. Frau Robert Peterson, and I believe with all my heart, no matter how old you are, it's never too late to start doing something good for your health. I wish you a peaceful day and steadier steps each morning.